Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ella and this is Ella's Tube. So for today's video, I'll be giving you guys 3 different ways you can get into medical school in Nigeria. And if you did not already know, I'm a medical student in Nigeria. So if you're interested in knowing how to get into medical school in Nigeria, then keep on watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and subscribe, turn on your post notification, and let us get right into the video. So these 3 different ways I'm going to give in this video, they are how to get into federal and state medical schools in Nigeria, not private medical schools, like not private universities. I have to get into federal and state universities. I really don't know so much about getting into private universities, so maybe I'm not promising you guys anything. If I make inquiries, I might make a video on that. Not promising you guys anything though. But yeah, for this video, these 3 different ways I have to get into medical school, federal and state medical school, federal and state universities in Nigeria. So yeah, so the very first one is actually the very popular one, that is through JAMB. So in your SS3, which is your final year in secondary school in Nigeria, your year 12 as some schools will call it, or SS3, it's not secondary school 3 as some schools will also call it. I don't know what your school calls it, but yeah, this is, I mean, SS3, year 12, whatever, it's the same thing. In that class you take, I mean, these exams are actually compulsory if you want to get into medical school here in Nigeria. So you take WAEC or NECO as the case may be, and then you take JAMB. So like I said, the very first way to get into medical school in Nigeria is through JAMB. That is after you have taken your WAEC or NECO, whatever one you're taking, then you take JAMB. So for JAMB, I mean, right now I'm going to be very honest with you guys in this video. Top mark for JAMB is 180. Sometimes I hear 200, sometimes I hear 160. So be very honest with you, that like to get into medical school here in Nigeria, you cannot score 180 or 160 and expect to get into medical school in Nigeria. You cannot even score 200 and expect to get into medical school in Nigeria. So be very honest with you. In fact, to be on the safe side, it's best you score from like 260 and above. That's like it's graded over 400. So like from 260 and above, that's what is required for you to score. If I'm being honest with you, if you want to get into medical school in Nigeria, you have to score from 260 and above. I know they tell you guys that if you score 180, if you score 200, you are qualified, but you will not get the admission. To be honest, to be very honest, okay, the reason why I said this, like the reason why I actually tell you that you will not get the admission is because, you know, after your JAMB and post-UME, like when these universities are trying to take in new students, it's more like survival of the fittest. Like they take the best students. Do you get? Like they take the best students. That's why it's safe to score very high, so you can be selected among the best students. I mean, I think some schools release 3 lists, like they are in batches. That's why you say first batch, second batch, third batch. While some schools release just 2 lists, first batch and second batch. So just imagine you scored 200, and then there are people that scored 280, 290. Some people scored 300. Just think of it, and then you're like, you scored 200. Like it will be very, very difficult for you to get into medical school with that kind of score. So to be honest and to be on the safe side is to score 260 and above. At least you'll be, if you're not in the first batch, you'll be in the second batch. So after writing JAMB, and then you write post-UTME in your individual schools, you don't really write JAMB in the particular school you want to get into, except you're lucky and you're posted to that school. But like you don't really write JAMB there. You can buy your JAMB form and then you fill it and process it and everything, and like they just send you anywhere. They can send you can be there and they'll send you to write your exam in Lagos, something like that. Like that's just how JAMB works. You can write it anywhere, but like your post-UME, you write it in the school, like your school of choice. So yeah, then after your post-UME, then you wait for the list to come out. Now the thing about post-UME is that every school with their own cutoff. You get, like some schools grade their post-UME over 200, some over 50, some over 400. It just differs with the school. But yeah, the first way to get into medical school in Nigeria is through JAMB. And like I said earlier, to be on the safe side, try your best to score at least 260 and above. Like, you know, just try your best to score 260 and above. If you score 260 and above, you are really on the safe side, and like there's a very high chance that you get into medical school with that kind of score. The second way to get into medical school, this is actually the way I got into medical school. The second way to get into medical school is through what we call JUPEB. So like JUPEB is a 1-year program that you run in, you can run it in any school. Actually, you can run it in any school that offers the program. You can actually run it there. So personally, I did JUPEB. JUPEB is for a year, and JUPEB is an external body. So like after running this program in the school of your choice, any school that offers this JUPEB, I'm probably going to leave the list of schools that offer JUPEB here in Nigeria. I'm going to leave them on the screen so you can pick any one of your choice. After running JUPEB for a year, and then this external body, as the JUPEB body, they set exams. So like you're writing the same exams everywhere you do, or like every JUPEB center is writing the same exam, the same way every JAMB center is writing the same exam. It's just typed, you get. So, and then if you pass, I mean, I would advise you again to be on the safe side. Getting into medicine, you should score at least 12 to 13 points. So JUPEB is graded over 15, and you actually take just 3 courses. Speaking for medicine, you take physics, chemistry, and biology. That's what you take. So like this physics, chemistry, and biology is actually the same physics, chemistry, and biology that they will do in year 1 in every university. Like the same curriculum, the same everything. So you learn that for a year, and then you write your exam on physics, chemistry, and biology. So if you score an 8, equal to 5 points, B 4 points, C 3 points, D 2 points, and you get. And then like I said earlier, you're actually writing 3 different courses. So an A is 15 points, and let's say you have physics, chemistry, and biology. And why I say to be on the safe side, to score at least 12 to 13 points. So let's say let's say at the end of the final exam you get a B all across, like B in physics, B in chemistry, and B in biology. That's like 4 points, and that's 12 points. And I know most schools would accept a 12 pointer from JUPEB. Most schools, you would get into medicine. And like another thing, I would advise you to be on the safe side also, because this is Nigeria at the end of the day. Anywhere you run your JUPEB, it's best to just go to the medical school there. Do you get? Like if you do your JUPEB program in Uniport, it's just best to go to Uniport medical school, because they would want to take you, considering that you ran that program in their school. Do you get? But you can actually still use that certificate and apply somewhere else. So after you've written your JUPEB exam and all, you have to get like a direct entry form, and then you fill it, and then you submit it. So yeah, you run the program, you pass, you get a direct entry form, you fill it, and like you do a direct entry into the school of your choice. You get into 200 level, like you start from 200 level, you don't go back to 100 level. It is assumed that you have already done everything you need to know in 100 level in your JUPEB program. So yeah, JUPEB is the second way to get into medical school. Third way to actually get into medical school would also be through direct entry. Mention direct entry when you run the JUPEB program, but like this direct entry for this third way is actually different. So let's say you have a certificate, like you've done probably anatomy or biochemistry or whatnot, like for 4 years, and your certificate, you can actually use that certificate and get a direct entry form and get into medical school. And then you also start in year 2. You don't go back to first year, you don't go back to 100 level, you go directly to 200 level, which is another way you can get into medical school, using your first certificate, getting a direct entry form, and getting into medical school. Let me recap. I said the first way is through JAMB. That is getting a JAMB form, filling it, processing the JAMB form, and then sitting for the JAMB exam, and then scoring nothing less than 260 to be on the safe side, so you can actually get into medical school, any medical school of your choice, with at least 260, you have a good chance with 260, and then you take the post UTME in that school and try to score also very high. Whatever their cutoff mark is, you should try your best to score very high also. And for the second way, I said by running JUPEB. So JUPEB is a 1-year program that is being offered in Nigerian universities. So what you do is you run the program for a year, and then you take the final exam, which is an external exam like coming from this JUPEB board. And like I said, to be on the safe side also, you should score at least a 12 points. And then after that, you take a direct entry form, please, you submit it. Then I said for the third way is also through direct entry, just that with this method you already have a first degree. You probably done physics or chemistry or biology, anything science related. Then you can get a direct entry form, also fill it, attach all the documents that you'll be asked to attach, and then you get into 200 level and not 100 level. So I hope this video was really helpful. If you have any questions, you can leave that in the comment section. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it. Thank you, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.